Hey guys, welcome to the Screwup Chronicles YouTube channel. I'm so glad that you guys can join me. If you haven't noticed, I have a new studio. This is a temporary spot. We're going to be building a new studio, and by building, I mean putting it in my house, coming up very shortly. So YouTube is a new venture for me. I have a podcast called the Screwup Chronicles podcast. If you guys don't subscribe to that, please subscribe to the Screwup Chronicles podcast. It's on all the platforms, Google, Apple, Spotify, Anchor is actually where I record it and distribute it. So if you don't already subscribe to the Screwup Chronicles podcast, please subscribe to that. Also, if you don't already subscribe to our YouTube channel, which this is new for me, like and subscribe to the channel as well. We're just trying to grow this thing as best we can. So I don't do any kind of promotion for it. I want it to grow naturally, and you'll see coming in the next coming months that I truly believe that this is going to get into the hands of the people that need it the most. And that's going to be done through you guys. You guys are going to share it with people that you think this is going to help, and also share it with people that you just think might find an interest in it. If you haven't listened to our podcast before or the YouTube channel, you need to take a look at it. It's based around a couple things, really. One, we like to share stories with you guys about our journey into Christianity, whether it be we were and then fell out and maybe came back, or maybe you've been a Christian your whole life, but we just share my story, also share other people's stories as well. So be looking forward to that. But in this episode, as I promised in that cool little title, New Year's resolutions suck. And here's why. And that's what we're going to talk about in this episode. We're going to get that started right away. Now, the Screwup Chronicles is a Christian channel, and if that makes you uncomfortable, I'm sorry, then this isn't for you. But this is for people who have questions and maybe questioning the existence of God or questioning religion. And if you already believe in God and you already have a very strong faith system, this is for you also, because we're gonna talk about some topics that maybe a little bit less biblical, but also still are relatable to the Bible. So, and this is one of those topics, right? New Year's resolutions and why they suck. We're coming into the new year. We just got out of the holidays, and everyone makes a New Year's resolution. And the truth is that most of us fail at that New Year's resolution before it hits February 1st. And the question is, why do we do that? And it's not that you failed. It's not that you can't accomplish what you want to accomplish. And for everybody, success is defined differently, right? So for me, success is, kind of getting this message out there and spreading this word as much as possible and helping to reach people that were like me, that were kind of lost a little bit, maybe didn't know where we were going. But also just to reach people, right? That's part of our job as Christians, is to spread the message. So for me, success is defined by the ability to do that. But everybody has a different goal or a different definition of success. And for you, that might be financial success. Every year we go through these same kind of New Year's resolutions, right? It's, I want to make more money, I want to lose weight, or I want to be healthier, I want to quit smoking, or I want to. And every single year we fail at them. And we need to explore why that is. So if you haven't, like I said, listened to the podcast before, go check it out. I did one on habits, and this is going to kind of relate to that podcast as well. The reason that we fail and the reason that we continue to fail, again, isn't that we can't do it. It's not that we're not able to do it. It's not that we were dealt a bad hand. For you, those of you that don't know me, I do not believe in a product of my environment mentality. I grew up in kind of in a rough kind of way. Go back and check out the podcast, listen to my story. But basically I was abused and yada, yada, yada. I grew up, really, really hard. And I'm not super successful by any means, but I'll tell you one thing that I've never been, and that is a product of my environment or a product of my situation. So it's not because of our environment. It's not because you can't get there. It may be harder. That's true. It may be a little bit tougher for you to do, but it's not impossible, okay? The reason that we fail is that our system has failed. And by our system, I don't mean our government. I don't mean our teachers. I don't mean our parents. I mean, the system that we have made for ourselves to succeed has failed. What does that mean? It means that when we set a New Year's resolution, and this is why New Year's resolutions suck. When we set a New Year's resolution, all we have done is set a goal. And a goal without a roadmap or a goal without a system is destined to fail. You absolutely cannot just set a goal and expect to get there. Okay, so example, I want to buy a new house, right? So I'm going to say January 1, man, it's a new year, new me, 2020, here we come. Look out, Robbie Millar in the house. I'm buying one of them things, right? But if I don't have the plan, if I don't have the roadmap, by the end of 2020, I'm going to be the same person that I was, and I'm going to be just like everybody else is this year, posting, man, 2020 can go to hell. Can't wait for 2021. 2021, the year of me, right? And we do this over and over and over again. So there's all kinds of self-help people out there that will help you come up with a system. And really it boils down to what works best for you. Gary Vee has one. If you don't know who Gary Vee is, go check him out. Everybody knows who Gary Vee is, but if you don't have one, go check him out. If you don't know who Gary Vee is, go check him out. Andy Frisella is the CEO of First Form. They're a fitness company. He's got a system out there to help you succeed called the Power List, right? Everybody's got a system, and really it comes down to a system for you. And it's very, very simple. Success is very, very simple. I'm not successful because I refuse to do the system. But success is very, very simple. It is a goal and then measurable points along the way to reach that goal. If you make those measurable points, you will meet your goal. So you have to have it broken down, okay? You have to break it down a little bit. I want to buy a house. That is my goal, okay? Down underneath that is going to be the things that you need to do. Maybe you need to raise your credit score. Maybe you need to be at your job for 2 years. Maybe you need to make a little bit more money. So maybe that means getting a second job, whatever that means, right? So you have to break it down into measurable steps. So there's buying the house, that's the goal. The measurable steps are going to be raise my credit score, make more money, and be at my job for 2 years, okay? So those are the measurable steps. Those measurable steps then need to be broken down into tasks to move the needle, okay? Goal, steps, tasks. Those tasks are the simple day-to-day things that you can do to reach your goal or to get to those steps, right? So goal is to buy a house. Here are the steps I need to do. The step one maybe was raise my credit score. Task is going to be pay off my credit card. Task is going to be, or maybe it's open a credit card. You don't have a credit card. Whatever the tasks may be, those are going to be your tasks on a daily basis. That's going to be what you're going to focus on. You're not going to focus on the goal. You're going to focus on the daily tasks. And if you accomplish those daily tasks, then you're going to accomplish that step, right? So then your credit score is going to go up. Your credit score goes up, you're one step closer to the goal. You do that through all those steps, by the end of the year, you will reach your goal. Really, really simple, right? So stop making New Year's resolutions and start making goals with steps and tasks. Goals, steps, tasks. Very, very simple. It's not that hard. Cool thing about this is, I said this one was going to be a little bit less biblical maybe. There's a couple things that I want to point out to you. The first one is that God actually wants us to be successful, okay? There's multiple spots in the Bible where it mentions success, and I'm going to reach over here and I'm going to grab my phone because one of them it talks about, just as an example, it says 1 Samuel 18, and everything he did, he had great success because the Lord was with him. That's a perfect example that God wants us to be successful. Why did I grab my phone? YouVersion, guys. If you don't use YouVersion, download YouVersion. It's a great Bible app. You can put any word in the keyword search, and it'll come up with Bible verses that keyword is in. Super, super modern way to use the Bible. The next thing is, guys, set your goals, set your tasks, set your goals, set your steps, set your tasks. The last thing is, it says in the Bible I didn't look the verse up before I did the video. My fault, but download YouVersion app and look this verse up. It says, "You have not because you ask not." Oftentimes in our lives, and I know you've done it because I've done it, I hate to ask for help, but not just help. I hate to ask for more. I hate to ask. I don't like relying, quote unquote, on anybody. I want to do it myself. Major fault of mine. The Bible talks about that a lot, how we're supposed to rely on him. So that's one thing that I'm working on. But one of the major things is that I don't ask, right? And you don't either. I know you don't. I know you don't because you don't have it, okay? And that's okay. We're going to get it. We're going to get there together. The Bible talks about asking, okay? Not just from other people, right? That's a big one, though. If you need a raise at your job, and that's one of your tasks to get to the steps to reach your goal, then you need to march into that office and you need to ask for that raise. When you do it, please make sure that you're deserving of the raise. I don't want anybody losing their job and saying, "Robbie, you messed up my life," right? But ask for it. You have to ask. Nobody is going to give you anything without you asking for it, especially in 2020. The farther we move into the future, or what is now the present, the harder it's going to be to get the things that we need and to get the things that we deserve. And the only way we're going to get those things is if we go out and get them. And oftentimes, going out to get them means that you're going to have to ask somebody else for it. So if you need a raise, you need to go into your boss's office and ask for that raise, okay? Before you do that, I suggest that you spend a little bit of time in prayer and ask God if that's the right thing to do for you, and if he thinks that is the right thing to do to lead you on your path. Sometimes the right thing to do may be you need more money, getting rid of the job you're at, finding a different job, or finding a different job that allows you to have a second job. There's all kinds of options, guys. You ever heard the old adage, there's more than one way to skin a cat? This is one of those things. There's more than one way to get what you need, but one of the major parts to that is asking for it. You need more time off to do these extracurricular things to make the extra money. Ask for it. You need a break on your credit card so that you can pay it down faster to up your credit score. Ask for it. Don't try to do these things yourself. And then again, the last thing is spend some time in prayer, asking God if this is the right path for you. And then for those of you who may not be religious or new to religion, one of the keys to spending time in prayer and asking God to give you an answer or to give you whatever it is that you need, you have to be open-minded to the fact that answer may not be what you're expecting. A lot of the times that answer may not be what you're expecting. I've heard stories from many different people who ended up in completely different fields because they asked God and God said, "This is what I want you to do." They felt called to do something and it was something that they weren't comfortable with. They made that change though, and their life has completely changed. So when you do that, when you spend some time in prayer, be sure that you are open to the possibility that what you're thinking may not be what you actually get. Guys, this is real simple. Ditch the New Year's resolutions. I hate New Year's resolutions. And start making goals with steps and actions. Goals, step, action. It's really that simple. Put in the comments, guys, what your goals may be down here at the bottom, and let's come back and look at them in a year. Mark this date on the calendar, the date you listen to this video, or hopefully you hear this before the New Year's resolution time. But regardless of when you hear it, mark the date down in the comments, and then put what your goal is, and then come back in a year and let's see if we can accomplish these things. Lastly, if you got something from my channel, please like the channel, subscribe to it, hit the notification bell if you would like, so you can get when new videos drop. But most importantly for me, guys, share it with somebody that you think will benefit from this. Maybe this doesn't benefit you, and that's okay. I'm not for everybody, but share it with somebody who you think might benefit from this, because that's the only way this is going to get done. I'm not going to spend money marketing this channel, this one or my podcast, because I want to leave this in the hands of God. Too often in my life, I have tried to control everything. So in doing that, I'm asking God to help show me how he wants this done, and I'm asking you to help me as well. So please subscribe to this channel. Please like it. Share it with your friends. I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to try to do these things weekly. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching the Screwup Chronicles on YouTube. I am your host, Robbie Millar. I will catch you next time.